You think you are overly sensitive. You think your anxiety in crowded rooms is a biological flaw. You believe there is something wrong with you because you cannot tolerate the shallow conversations and fake smiles that everyone else seems to enjoy. You are wrong. You are not broken. You are carrying a psychological radar that the modern world is absolutely terrified of. Carl Jung identified this phenomenon decades ago. He called it a differentiated spiritual intelligence. It is a rare, profound perceptual gift that allows certain individuals, primarily women, to see reality on multiple hidden levels. But make no mistake. This is not a fairy tale blessing. It is a highly dangerous biological and social burden. If you do not learn how to control it, it will completely destroy you. In the next minutes, we are going to explore the dark psychology behind this rare cognitive architecture. I will reveal the 6 dangerous signs that you possess this hyper-awareness. We will examine exactly why society isolates, misunderstands, and persecutes people who can see through the collective illusion. And by the end of this video, you will learn Carl Jung's exact framework for integrating this terrifying gift, transforming it from a source of endless pain into an unstoppable weapon of psychological power. Write this down now: society hates what it cannot deceive. Let us strip away the spiritual jargon and look at the clinical reality. To understand the danger, you must first understand the mechanism. Average human beings operate on a surface level. They survive by accepting social contracts, ignoring harsh truths, and wearing psychological masks to fit in. But Jung discovered that a small percentage of the population possesses a nervous system that registers the unspoken reality. They read the micro-expressions, the subtle shifts in tone, the dark motives hiding behind a polite smile. This is the first dangerous sign, intuitively reading people with terrifying accuracy. When you can instantly decode someone's true intentions, you strip away their defense mechanisms. People feel naked around you. They feel exposed. And the natural human reaction to feeling exposed is hostility. They will call you judgmental, difficult, or intense, simply because you refuse to play along with the lies they tell themselves. The second and third signs move deeper into the unconscious. They involve precognitive dreams and a powerful, silent presence. Your brain is processing millions of data points that your conscious mind misses during the day. It synthesizes this information while you sleep, presenting you with symbolic, highly accurate predictions of future social dynamics or personal crises. During your waking hours, this translates into a heavy, unmovable silence. You do not need to speak to dominate a room. Your sheer presence acts as a mirror, forcing everyone around you to subconsciously confront their own shadow. This makes weak people incredibly uncomfortable. They will actively try to avoid you or undermine you, because your silence demands a level of authenticity they are entirely incapable of providing. The fourth and fifth signs are the most physically taxing. You experience somatic reactions to collective events, and you are constantly forced to transform pain into wisdom. Because your empathy and perception are dialed up to the maximum, your physical body absorbs the chaotic energy of your environment. A toxic workplace or a manipulative partner does not just make you sad, it makes you physically ill. Your nervous system is constantly overloaded. You are processing not just your own trauma, but the collective trauma of the people around you. You are acting as a psychological filter for a sick society. And because you see the mechanics of this suffering so clearly, you are forced to analyze it, digest it, and turn it into profound wisdom. You grow stronger, but the cost of that strength is immense isolation. The final sign is a life dictated by synchronicity. You notice patterns, repetitions, and historical loops that others are completely blind to. You see the invisible threads connecting cause and effect. But recognizing these patterns separates you from the herd. And this brings us to the core danger that Carl Jung warned about. Possessing this differentiated intelligence is an evolutionary hazard. Human survival is historically based on tribal inclusion. If you threaten the social illusions of the tribe by pointing out the truth, the tribe will exile you. This is why women with this level of perception have historically been labeled as witches, outcasts, or hysterics. The label changes, but the societal defense mechanism remains exactly the same. They must discredit your perception to protect their ignorance. If you carry this intelligence and remain unconscious of its power, you will face 2 devastating outcomes. First, you will become entirely isolated, retreating from the world because the friction of dealing with fake people becomes unbearable. Second, you risk losing your own identity. By constantly absorbing the unspoken emotions and collective pain of others, your psychological boundaries dissolve. You become a sponge for toxic waste. You will mistake other people's depression and malice for your own. Without integration, this gift will consume your mind and destroy your biological baseline. You must stop playing the victim and start taking control of your cognitive machinery. Carl Jung provided a strict protocol for surviving this condition. The first step is ruthless discernment. You must learn to build an impenetrable wall between your personal emotions and the collective garbage you perceive around you. When you feel a sudden wave of anxiety or anger, you must logically ask yourself, is this mine, or is this theirs? The second step is deep shadow work. You must face your own unconscious patterns. You must realize that your hyperperception can easily turn into arrogance or manipulation if left unchecked. You must master the darkness within yourself so that you are no longer terrified of the darkness in others. Finally, you must practice conscious service. You hold space for others, you observe their truth, but you never surrender your emotional sovereignty to fix them. You become the observer, not the savior. Do not apologize for seeing the world clearly. Do not dull your senses to make weak people feel comfortable. Your perception is not a disease, it is the ultimate evolutionary advantage. Stop absorbing the world's chaos. Start commanding it. Learn the rules. Subscribe to Brutal Theories.